It's happening. The whispers, the codes, the midnight posts and disappearing snippets. It's real. The new Kendrick Lamar era isn't just rumor anymore. It's officially in motion. And this time, he's coming for everything. After years of silence, secrecy, and carefully orchestrated mystery drops, Kendrick has finally sent a message loud and clear to the world. The album is done. The rollout has started. The king is coming. And what's even more insane, it's nothing like what anyone expected, because this isn't just another chapter in Kendrick's journey. It's a full-blown rebirth. A new sound, a new energy, a new identity. And behind the scenes, insiders are saying it's the boldest, rawest, and most dangerous project he's ever made. As we're talking leaks from secret studio sessions, insiders confirming high-level collabs no one saw coming, and lyrics that are reportedly going to change the game, challenge the entire music industry, and even take direct aim at some of the biggest names in rap today. One source said, "This is Kendrick with nothing left to prove. He's not playing by any rules. He's coming with fire, and he's naming names." And now, the countdown has begun. From cryptic visuals to secret listening parties to a sudden shift in TDE's socials, the puzzle pieces are falling into place faster than anyone imagined. And fans? They're losing their minds. But here's the thing. There's still one question nobody can answer yet. Who is Kendrick coming for this time? Because make no mistake, shots will be fired. And when this album drops, it's going to shake the entire industry. To understand how we got here, we have to go back to where Kendrick left us. It was 2022. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had just dropped. A massive, complex, soul-bearing double album that pulled no punches and left fans and critics speechless. Kendrick had laid his heart out on the table, exposing trauma, generational curses, family secrets, and cultural truths most artists wouldn't dare speak aloud. It wasn't just an album. It was a therapy session, a confession, a statement, and a slap in the face all at once. But even as the project went multi-platinum and swept awards, something felt different. Kendrick vanished. There were no back-to-back interviews, no flashy rollouts, no giant marketing campaigns. Even the tour, as epic as it was, felt like a farewell, or a quiet reset. And then came the silence. For almost 2 years, Kendrick Lamar, the voice of a generation, the Pulitzer-winning lyrical architect, went completely ghost. No major features, no big statements, no traditional singles, just absence. Fans started to wonder, was that it? Was Mr. Morale Kendrick's swan song? But if you were paying attention, Kendrick was never gone. He was watching, he was building, he was plotting. And now, the pieces are starting to form the full picture. Because the signs have been there for months, hidden in plain sight. It started with whispers, random clips from private listening sessions, snippets of songs no one had ever heard, echoing in the back of obscure podcasts. Then came the studio leaks. A blurred photo of Kendrick in a dim-lit room surrounded by engineers, like a notebook covered in scribbles that fans claimed to decode. And the name Oklahoma kept resurfacing. Remember Oklahoma? The alias Kendrick used during the Mr. Morale era? Well, fans believe that Oklahoma is no longer just an alter ego. It's become a full-fledged identity, a symbol of this next chapter. One fan theory reads, Kung Fu Kenny is dead. King Kendrick has stepped down. Now it's just Oklahoma, the prophet, the rebel, the destroyer. But why now? What pushed Kendrick to come back? Insiders say the answer is everything that's happened in his absence. Let's talk about the state of the industry. Since Kendrick stepped back, the rap game has been wild. The Grammys are messier than ever. AI-generated rappers are being signed to labels. Streaming numbers are being faked. Beefs have become marketing stunts, not lyrical warfare. And artists who used to study their pen game now mumble their way to the top. all while the culture has been starving for someone with something real to say. Enter Kendrick. Again. But this time, with a purpose. Sources close to his label say Kendrick's next project is less about sharing and more about shaking the foundation. One anonymous engineer said, "He's coming for blood. This project isn't gentle. It's aggressive. It's unfiltered. He's been quiet for a reason. He wanted everyone to get comfortable. Now he's about to flip the table." And fans aren't just guessing anymore. They've been connecting dots. In early January, fans noticed Kendrick's team renewed several trademarks, including Oklama, the new truth, and a mysterious symbol that looks like a cross between a dagger and a halo. So TDE's Twitter went black for 48 hours. No tweets, no profile pic, just a single post that read, "Reset." A 30-second snippet leaked from a Discord server that allegedly belongs to Kendrick's inner circle. The audio? A warping beat with his voice rapping, "They cloned my cadence, but not my soul. Played with the truth, till the real got sold. I died in the silence. Now watch me unfold, I buried the king. Now I'm breaking the mold." Fans lost it. And rightfully so. But it's not just the music. This era isn't just about sound. It's about message. This is bigger than bars. This is Kendrick declaring war on the industry machine itself. From ghostwriters to streaming farms to fake activism, Kendrick's album is rumored to drag it all into the light. He's reportedly calling out label corruption, fake revolutionaries, and even spiritual grifters who use trauma for profit. One source inside TDE leaked that Kendrick has a tracklist including titles like Rented Rage, Algorithm Baby, Plastic Saints, Silence is Violence. And the most chilling one? Preacher's Daughter, allegedly aimed at a high-profile celebrity everyone thought Kendrick respected. We'll get to that in a later section. But trust, it's gonna get wild. And fans, they've been ready. Reddit threads are stacked with breakdowns, theories, even decoding Kendrick's numerology. Some believe he's timed this rollout with the exact anniversary of his first major mixtape as a full-circle moment. Others think he's aligning the drop with political chaos, election season in America. Why? Because Kendrick's always been more than a rapper. He's a mirror to society, a truth teller, a disruptor. And this time, he's not here to heal. He's here to burn it down and rebuild. So where does that leave us? The rollout has begun. The silence is over. The streets are rumbling, and all signs point to an album that will redefine everything. But the question on everyone's mind? Who's Kendrick coming for first? Because word on the street says, he's not pulling any punches this time. It started as a whisper, then a leak, then a wildfire. A sudden burst of energy swept across every social media platform, every rap forum, every private Discord server where hip-hop truthers gather and dissect every breath Kendrick has ever taken. Something had shifted. Something had ignited. And fans didn't just feel it. They could practically hear the clock ticking. The era wasn't approaching. It had arrived. And Kendrick Lamar was about to unload everything he'd been building for years. But what no one expected was just how dark Kendrick was willing to go this time. Because this wasn't just an album announcement, a vague rollout, or an aesthetic tease. This was a declaration of war. And Kendrick? He'd been watching, silently, studying, letting the whole industry implode under its own weight. And now? Now he was ready to speak. And when Kendrick speaks, the world stops. Insiders close to the project have confirmed that the first wave of tracks are unapologetically personal. Not just philosophical, not just social commentary, but names, direct callouts, rappers, producers, executives, alleged activists, even certain influencers who had once stood beside him on award show stages. Kendrick is not in a forgiving mood. The gloves are off. As the king is bare-knuckled and furious. The first track fans believed to be from the album, codenamed Mirrorverse, is already being dissected line by line. In it, Kendrick allegedly spits, "They turned protest into promo, streaming grief like it's GoPro. Cried for likes, died for logos, sold they pain, now they moguls." The line hit hard. But the second verse? That's where things got nuclear. "I heard a pastor with a private jet preach the struggle but never sweat. Made a fortune off trauma streams, then blocked the authors of those dreams." Immediately, fans knew who he was talking about. Twitter erupted. Threads popped up. Every bar was picked apart, matched against real names, timelines, receipts. And one name kept popping up in all the theories. A self-declared spiritual leader turned cultural icon who had championed Kendrick during his "To Pimp a Butterfly" era, but later allegedly used Kendrick's cosign to launch their own brand. Was this a betrayal? A silent feud that had been boiling beneath the surface for years? The timeline suggests Kendrick had distanced himself from that person quietly, stopped appearing with them, removed subtle references from his merch lines. Now it seems like he's turning silence into lyrical obliteration. But that was just the beginning. Because only a week after that snippet leaked, a private IG Live surfaced. The account? Anonymous. The stream? Only 3 minutes. But in those 3 minutes, a distorted voice, clearly someone close to the TDE camp, dropped the kind of bombshell no one was ready for. "Art, you think it's just music? You think this is about rap beef?" Nah, Kendrick found out they tried to shelf him, not because he was late, but because what he recorded scared them. Wait, what? Tried to shelf him? Label sabotage? Was Kendrick blocked from releasing his new material? And if so, by who? Digging deeper, fans uncovered a pattern. For the past 2 years, Kendrick's previously smooth release schedule had hit mysterious delays. Vinyl pressings canceled. Studio footage scrubbed. His production house, PG Lang, stopped pushing updates. The rumor now? The content was too dangerous, too anti-industry, too revolutionary. Some claim he was planning to drop this album in 2024, but internal pressure from former execs, worried about brand partnerships, pushed it back indefinitely. That's when Kendrick cut all ties. And that's when this version of Kendrick, the unfiltered one, was born. In this new body of work, Kendrick is allegedly dissecting the machine that once crowned him king. But more than that, he's naming the people behind it. Leaked lyrics from a second track, tentatively titled "System Crash," include executive suits, blood on the seams, paper contracts with invisible screams. Told me truth don't test well, so I blessed hell and let the silence ring bells. And then the most brutal line of all. They feared me more when I healed, 'cause pain was something they could sell. Fans were shook. This wasn't just Kendrick doing spoken word style therapy anymore. This was revenge. This was vengeance. And somewhere along the way, it seems he uncovered secrets. Real, damning secrets about how artists' pain is monetized, manufactured, and manipulated. Suddenly, old interviews began to resurface. Remember when Kendrick mentioned in 2017 that there were layers to the label game that artists can't even talk about on camera? Or when he walked off that red carpet in 2021 after a whispered conversation with a Spotify exec? All of it now reads differently. In hindsight, the warning signs were always there. But the first true twist that changed the trajectory of this rollout came from an unexpected angle. Not Kendrick, but one of his old collaborators. A producer who worked on Damn went on a podcast and said this: "The Kendrick we knew back then is gone. He's still a genius. But now he's on a mission. He thinks this new album is going to expose things that'll make people disappear." Wait, what? Disappear? That's when the fear started to creep in. No, people aren't just excited about Kendrick's return, they're nervous. Because if what's being said is true, if this album really is a coded exposé hidden in poetic form, then Kendrick's not just coming for charts, he's coming for justice. And as he steps into this new light, or darkness, depending on how you see it, The energy around him has changed. No features, no distractions, no apologies. Just bars, truth, and fire. And fans are left wondering, if this is just the beginning, what will the full drop contain? Because if these leaks are already this intense, what the hell is track 1 going to sound like? The internet was still reeling from the lyrical grenades Kendrick had allegedly launched in those early leaked verses when things took a turn no one expected. Just as fans thought they'd seen the full scope of what this rollout would be, subtle leaks, shadowy reveals, heavy bars, Kendrick made a move that sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment world. He deleted himself. Every single one of Kendrick's personal digital footprints wiped. His Instagram, gone. Twitter, deactivated. The PG Lang website, a black screen with nothing but a blinking white cursor repeating the phrase, "Nothing speaks louder than silence." And then came the video. Out of nowhere, without warning, without credits, a video surfaced on a strange burner account with only 3 followers. No title, no description, no tags. Just 1 minute and 38 seconds of glitchy, unnerving visuals that fans would later call the Oklahoma transmission. It opens with static. Then, Kendrick's face, barely visible, shrouded in shadows. And he doesn't speak. He just stares directly into the lens, then smiles. But not a warm smile, a knowing smile, a warning. Suddenly the screen glitches. A whispering voice mutters, "They tried to mute the prophet, but the words don't need sound. The truth leaks in silence." The footage cuts to random flashes. Police in riot gear, children watching screens, a burning church, an old record player skipping, a blurred image of a Grammy trophy melting into a pool of oil. And then it ends with Kendrick's voice, distorted, saying, "If the crown's too heavy, burn the throne." No credits, no label, no logo. That was it. But that was enough. Within an hour, the internet imploded. Reddit threads blew up with speculation. TikTokers dissected every frame. Was this the official teaser? Was this part of a larger short film? Yea, was this a message to the industry? But the biggest question that emerged wasn't about the visuals. It was about who Kendrick was targeting next. Because shortly after the video went viral, a shocking twist dropped. One that changed everything. A-list artist connections started backing out of major collaborations. According to one insider from a Grammy-winning producers team, a track that was supposed to be a joint effort between Kendrick and a pop superstar was suddenly shelved indefinitely. Another source leaked DMs between a Kendrick-affiliated engineer and a well-known rapper, showing the artist backing out of a feature with the message, "I respect him, but I ain't trying to get caught in the crossfire. He's playing with fire this time." So what exactly is going on? Here's what the whispers are saying. Kendrick's album is rumored to contain hidden diss tracks, masked as metaphors and philosophical reflections. But when decoded, these verses reportedly contain direct jabs at a fake woke billionaire label owner who publicly supports mental health initiatives but quietly blacklists vulnerable artists. A well-known megachurch leader who allegedly used gospel rap events to funnel money into private corporations. An iconic rapper-turned-entrepreneur who allegedly ghostwrote for a rising female MC, only to later smear her name in backdoor industry deals. Even a streaming platform CEO Kendrick once thanked in a speech. The implications? Massive. Because Kendrick isn't just coming for rappers this time. He's coming for the entire structure. He's attacking the system. And that's why people are scared. But while the industry panicked behind closed doors, Kendrick's fans, they went full detective mode. One of the most detailed Reddit breakdowns came from a user who analyzed the timing of Kendrick's Oklahoma transmission video with a stock market crash in the music tech sector. Another theory claimed Kendrick's blacked-out website has code embedded in it that references an ancient African cipher system, allegedly one that unlocks a secret message in the lyrics of his old song, Fear. Yes, it's gone that deep. And just when the conspiracy level was about to peak, Kendrick struck again, this time through fashion. In a shock move, Kendrick appeared unannounced at a private fashion show in Paris, wearing a white robe with the phrase "Children of the Algorithm" spray-painted on the back. But he walked the runway without music, just silence. Then sat in the front row beside none other than the elusive visual artist Blanco 7, known for his cryptic AI-generated protest art. Photos leaked within minutes. And on Kendrick's hand? 6 words written in Sharpie. Truth hurts louder when monetized. That photo alone trended for 2 days straight. But then came the moment that pushed things past music, past fashion, past performance. An audio leak hit Telegram and spread like wildfire. Allegedly a snippet from a track featuring real audio from a private label board meeting. The track, called God Mode, Reprise, contains a Kendrick verse layered under muffled voices, one of which says, "If he drops that project, we're done." Theories flew. Was the audio real? Was it sampled? Was Kendrick recording people without consent? Or was this a recreation meant to symbolize industry suppression? No one could tell. And that uncertainty? It became part of the genius, because now, everything Kendrick does is intentional but unpredictable. Calculated chaos. And while fans are dissecting every move, celebs have started to take sides. Tyler, the creator, posted a cryptic IG story. Plus equals ASAP Rocky tweeted, then deleted. Kenny playing chess and y'all still playing Uno. And J. Cole? He's gone completely silent after a rumored joint track with Kendrick mysteriously vanished from a streaming schedule. So now the world is watching. The album hasn't even dropped. And already, Kendrick Lamar has dismantled comfort zones, cracked open wounds, and rewritten the rules of album rollouts. But what comes next? Whispers from insiders suggest there's a short film dropping soon, allegedly titled The Prophet's Dagger, rumored to feature heavily symbolic scenes of Kendrick in a desert, being chased by corporate drones before confronting a hooded figure holding a mirror. And the last frame? Kendrick, face bloody, whispering, "They built towers on the backs of our silence. Now they'll drown in the echoes." If even half of this is true, then Kendrick's return isn't just a comeback. It's a cultural purge, a lyrical revolution, and the most dangerous project the rap industry has seen in decades. Within hours of Kendrick's cryptic disappearance and the chilling Oklahoma transmission, a cultural eruption hit the internet like a meteor slamming into the music industry. What started as a quiet stir among diehard fans had now become a full-blown digital revolution. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, on Reddit. Every corner of the internet was flooded with reactions, debates, and unraveling theories. Fans were no longer just excited. They were obsessed. One viral TikTok with over 12 million views featured a young fan crying in their car, holding Kendrick's "Damn" vinyl and saying, "I don't think y'all understand what this man means to us. If Kendrick's going nuclear, if this album is really gonna rip apart the industry, then we're watching history. This is bigger than rap." And they weren't wrong. Across social media, the hashtag Kendrick New Era trended globally for 3 days straight. Hashtag Burn the Throne hit 4 million tweets within 24 hours. Even Oklahoma shot to the top of baby name trend lists. Yes, baby names, as fans pledged loyalty to Kendrick's movement. But the real shock came when fans began sharing mysterious QR codes appearing across cities like Los Angeles, Atlanta, Chicago, and Paris. Each one led to glitchy web pages playing distorted audio that, when reversed, seemed to reveal Kendrick rapping, "If silence is a crime, then let my album be the sentence." People were spray painting bars from leaked snippets on subways, pasting bootleg posters that read, "Kendrick is watching" on billboard signs, and stitching fan-made visuals into eerie 30-second trailers on YouTube, claiming they were part of an underground rollout. But while fans were erupting with excitement and decoding every syllable, the music industry was panicking behind closed doors. One fake but believable leaked internal memo from a major label executive made its way to Twitter and caused mass hysteria. The alleged memo read, "Due to concerns regarding upcoming content from KL, all associated artists are advised to refrain from public commentary, reaction videos, or collaborative speculation. Our legal team is actively reviewing the lyrical content." That's when people knew this album wasn't going to play nice. It was going to make enemies, and it already had. Music blogs scrambled to figure out what Kendrick had against specific artists, with rumors flying that he had unfollowed Drake, J. Cole, Travis Scott, and even SZA long before his social wipe. Suddenly, every interaction from the past decade was being re-examined under a new lens. Did Drake shade Kendrick subtly in "For All the Dogs"? Was that J. Cole freestyle from last year actually a backhanded apology? Why did Travis's team delay the release of his short film right after Kendrick's visual dropped? Nobody had answers, but everyone had theories. And then came the celeb reactions. Jay-Z, typically a silent force, reportedly called an emergency meeting with Roc Nation's upper circle after realizing one of Kendrick's leaked lines might have targeted the way streaming rights were negotiated behind the scenes. One insider confirmed to a hip-hop blog, "Hav ain't scared of nobody. But this album, it's not diss tracks, it's exposés." Doja Cat, out of nowhere, posted a selfie with the caption, "Kendrick bow to ruin brunch meetings in Beverly Hills." And fans ate it up. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj posted a black and white photo of Kendrick to her story with the single word, "Salute." But the wildest reaction came from Diddy, who went on IG Live, clearly irritated, and said, "Everybody want to be righteous when it's time to sell records. Kendrick smart, real smart. But don't forget, receipts go both ways." The comments exploded. Was that a threat? A warning? A bitter confession? And why would Diddy of all people feel like Kendrick's project would threaten him? Industry OGs like Questlove, Rhapsody, and even Andre 3000 posted cryptic messages of support, saying things like, "Sometimes the mirror breaks because it's too honest. We need the uncomfortable truth. Let the art speak. Let the fire burn." But the divide was growing. Because while Kendrick's fans were calling him a prophet, others saw him as a saboteur, a chaotic figure who was about to shatter years of hard-fought brand partnerships and genre diplomacy. In a viral think piece titled, "Kendrick Lamar is Burning Bridges to Save Souls," racked up millions of reads in a single day. The article claimed Kendrick's new album might cost the industry billions in lost endorsements, collabs, and reputation damage, but argued it was worth it if it forces real accountability. Meanwhile, Kendrick's rivals were eerily quiet. Drake posted a photo of himself laughing at dinner with the caption, "Some people write bars, I live life." It was seen as a direct shot. But Kendrick's army clapped back instantly, with one fan tweeting, "You live life? Kendrick lives in the future. Your move, Aubrey." Even Eminem, one of Kendrick's few public champions, broke his silence in a brief tweet that read, "I warned them." Now music outlets were scrambling to prepare. That streaming platforms started pushing essential Kendrick playlists. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to The Return of the Crown. Even the Grammys' official Twitter reposted Kendrick's 2016 performance and captioned it, "A revolution always starts with truth." So what does this all mean? It means that this isn't just a musical comeback. It's a cultural shift, a reshaping, a reawakening, a threat. And the scariest part? The album still hasn't dropped. If Kendrick could cause this much chaos with only a few visuals, a handful of cryptic phrases, and scattered insider whispers, what's going to happen when track 1 drops? Just when fans thought they had uncovered every clue, decoded every cipher, and unraveled every layer of Kendrick's mysterious rollout, everything changed again. Because in the middle of the night, without warning, an unlisted YouTube video appeared on a tiny burner account called Not Your Prophet 777. No followers, no comments allowed, no tags, just one title. He was never the target. The video is 4 minutes and 44 seconds of grainy black and white footage. No music, no face. Only flickering images of a man walking through a dark hallway, dragging what looks like a microphone cable across the ground behind him like a noose. The floor creaks with every step. The walls are lined with gold plaques, but every name is scratched out. And then the voice begins. Kendrick's voice. Soft, controlled, almost eerie. They all think it's about fame, about sales, about a chart position. But this ain't a diss album. It's a funeral. Cut to black. A single phrase appears in white capital letters. For the system. The screen glitches. And suddenly, your list of names flashes across the screen for only 0.3 seconds. Just long enough for fans to pause and screenshot. Dozens of them. Artists, executives, producers, managers, brand ambassadors. But one name, at the very bottom, was highlighted in red. Emsa Carter. And just like that, everything changed. Because Emsa Carter, that's Malcolm Carter, the current president of the largest music conglomerate in North America. The man known for cleaning up hip-hop, corporatizing black creativity, and allegedly shelving dozens of radical projects behind closed doors. In the span of minutes, Twitter exploded. #WhoisMCarter started trending. Fan threads resurfaced interviews where Kendrick had subtly criticized suits in conference rooms dictating rebellion. Suddenly it was clear. This album wasn't just about artists. It was about the gatekeepers, the ones behind the curtain. The ones Kendrick believed had muted generations of truth-tellers in exchange for profit and image control. And then came the drop that made jaws hit the floor. An anonymous former intern at Carter's label posted a bombshell thread claiming that years ago, Kendrick had submitted a double album titled Black Light/Red Silence, a radical concept project about surveillance, propaganda, and ancestral revenge. It was allegedly blocked. Not because it wasn't good, because it was too dangerous to sell. The thread included screenshots of emails, including one from Carter's assistant, reading, "Kendrick is brilliant, but this is too close to the fire. We're not starting a revolution. We're selling an idea of one." The tweet went viral in seconds. And then, the audio surfaced. So another burner account dropped a 17-second snippet labeled simply, "Track 9, The Red Room." The voice is unmistakable. It's Kendrick, rapping low, almost like a whisper. But the lyrics? Cut like knives. He sold my voice for a handshake, branded my bars for stock options, said truth don't stream well in Q4. So I streamed rage into Morse code. And the final line? I was never coming for the throne. I was coming for the puppeteer. Fans froze. Industry insiders went silent. Bloggers and YouTubers recorded reaction videos in tears, calling it the most important bar in the history of modern rap. Because this wasn't about Kendrick versus Drake, or Kendrick versus Cole. This was Kendrick versus the structure itself. And that's when the album announcement hit. Not on Spotify, not on Apple Music, but on a grainy, printed flyer photographed in a cracked window of a record store in Compton. A fan posted it to Reddit with the caption, "I thought this was fake, until I scanned the QR code." The QR code led to a site that simply read, "Black Light, March 29th, 2026, only on vinyl, only in stores." What? In an era dominated by streaming, Kendrick Lamar was doing the unthinkable, releasing his album on physical only, no digital, no leaks, no skips, no algorithms. The site ended with, "If you want truth, come hold it in your hands." And that's when people lost their minds. People began planning road trips. Pop-up vinyl shops started appearing across major cities. Record stores reported pre-reservation riots. Fans camping outside, fighting over wristbands, even bartering collectibles just to be guaranteed a copy. The internet became a war zone. Fans argued, He's a genius for unplugging us from the matrix. This is gonna change music forever. He's gone too far. Nobody's going to hear this album. And the industry, they went radio silent. No interviews, no press statements, not even denial. Because they knew. Kendrick wasn't coming to break the rules. He came to burn the rule book, to take music offline, to make it sacred again. And the craziest part? Whispers say Red Silence, the second half of the project, won't even be sold. It will only be performed once, in a secret location, for a live audience of exactly 144 people. No cameras, no phones, no mics. Just Kendrick and pure, unfiltered truth. So now we wait. March 29th. No one knows exactly what's coming. But one thing is certain. This isn't just a new album. It's a movement, a war cry, and possibly the death of the music industry as we know it. If you've made it this far, you already know. This isn't just music news. This isn't just an album drop. This is a moment, a cultural reset, a lyrical revolution. And Kendrick Lamar is at the center of the storm. Unapologetic, unfiltered, and ready to shake the foundation of everything we thought we knew. But now the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to unplug from the machine and step into the fire with him? Because when Blacklight drops on March 29th, everything, and we mean everything, will change. We want to hear from you. Do you think Kendrick is targeting specific artists or tearing down the whole system? Is this physical-only rollout a genius move or a huge mistake in the streaming era? Who do you think he's talking about in the Red Room snippet? And are you one of the fans making the road trip to grab that vinyl? Let us know in the comments. We're watching every theory. Drop your hottest take, your wildest prediction, your boldest reaction. And don't forget, the best comments will be featured in our next Kendrick Update episode. If you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell because trust us, you do not want to miss what we've got coming. We've got more insider leaks, celebrity reactions, and even fan-made deep dives into Kendrick's cryptic visuals, hidden lyrics, and unreleased archives. This is only Chapter 1, and we're just getting started. So strap in, because if the first shot was this powerful, the next one might just break the internet. This is Oklama's world now. We're just living in it. Stay tuned, stay ready, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.